Welcome back, True Seeker. A lot of people have asked about the Tory Lanez prison stabbing. To make a long story short, it's a very repetitive pattern. He was stabbed by a 42-year-old in his 42nd week of life. And it's very similar to what's going on with Chris Brown right now. Chris Brown has been arrested for attacking a man with a Don Julio 1942 tequila bottle. That attack allegedly happened in his 42nd week of life. And the other darker complected entertainer that's buzzing right now, of course, it's the Diddy trial, formerly Puff Daddy. And as we've covered so many times, Puff Daddy like freak offs. Again, the New York Times is making sure everybody knows what freak offs are. Puff Daddy and freak offs have the 42 connection in Gematria. In case you're new here, the Kabbalistic practice of coding numbers into words is Gematria. There's four simple ciphers: the alphabetic order, the reverse alphabetic order, and both orders with numerology applied. You can see how Puff Daddy and freak offs has that triple overlap, but 42 really is the big one. And yeah, again, I wrote a book about this in 2017, or at least I wrote an 800-page book. There's a huge chapter on ritual shaming, ritual murder, stories like this, and encoding the number 42 for darker complected entertainers. I believe it all goes back to the 42 laws of Ma'at out of ancient Egypt, and also Jesus. Again, Jesus, there's only one description of him in the Bible, Revelation 1:14 through 16. It's that of a darker complected man with hair like wool. And of course, the New Testament begins with the 42 generations to Jesus. Just for the record, New Testament equals 42, as does the word sin. The first law of Ma'at is not to sin, and there's 42 laws. Also, consider in the New Testament, which begins with the 42 generations to Jesus, they are divided into three sections of 14 each. 14 plus 14 plus 14 is 42. In this case, Tory Lanez stabbed by a 42-year-old in Tory Lanez 42nd week of life 14 times. There's a few other things that stand out about this. If you missed all my coverage of how he ended up in prison from the Megan Thee Stallion shooting, notice they said this stabbing happened at 7:20 a.m. Megan Thee Stallion equals 72. If you're new here, so does Jesuit Order. That's who gave us the language and the calendar as we know them both and synced up this system at the end of the 16th century. They're the Society of Jesus, thus all the Jesus pieces in hip hop. But 7:20 a.m. is also the 440th minute of the day. The most famous stabbing in history was in 44 BC. That's a Julius Caesar. Tory Lanez also has the gematria of 44. It says Tory was stabbed 14 times, including 7 wounds to his back, 4 to his torso, 2 to the back of his head, and 1 to the left side of his face. The accused attacker is Santino Cassio. The day of the attack, May 12, 25, it was also a date with 42 numerology. 5 plus 12 plus 25, 42. And another familiar pattern is 76. Again, Acts 7:6, about 400 years of slavery. We see this one a lot as well. George Foreman, dead at 76, who won 76 fights, was a very recent example. But notice, this came 76 days before Tory Lanez's upcoming birthday. 76 days. Slave, Negro, Rasta, Blues, they all equal 76. It's like how February is the month that equals 42, Black History Month, and it was recognized by the feds in 76. Also, they're making it seem like it's lucky he's alive. It does make you wonder, maybe he is lucky to be alive. Maybe it was supposed to be an obituary headline. He's in prison for the Megan Thee Stallion story. The ritual came 86 days after her birthday. That should be pretty standout number right now. The James Comey Instagram post being a big deal right now. The 8647 post, if you missed my coverage on that, that was posted exactly 8,647 days after September 11th, which was the event that got James Comey in the federal government under George W. Bush. Of course, Donald Trump was interviewed on that day as well. If you missed that video, check the videos tab. It's there. It's the one with James Comey's face and the 8647, but 86, number 47. 86 means to get rid of. 86 days after Megan Thee Stallion's birthday. Remember, a stallion's a male horse. Makes you wonder in the age of gender benderism. But blood sacrifice, 86, human sacrifice, and also noteworthy from his first day in prison, September 19th, 2023, to this attack. Snap. Hold up. Let me fix this. I got the wrong date up here. Look at this. Let me do it again. September 19th, 2023 to May 12th. The weeks, the span. Or I got the wrong date. September 19th, my bad. It's exactly 86 weeks, the span. I took the wrong screenshot. But yeah, from him entering prison to the stabbing, exactly 86 weeks. And again, if you've missed all my coverage since this story broke in 2020, the shooting of Megan Thee Stallion, it's all been by the numbers leading up to this moment. When he got sentenced on August 8th, on 8/8, there'd already been several 88 rituals with this. His birth name is Daystar Peterson, which equals 88, just like Daystar alone. And there's stars, constellations. There's officially 88 constellations of the zodiac. Rappers also 88. So, yeah, the whole thing has been news by the numbers up to this point. And in case you missed the Chris Brown video, I'd just encourage you to check out the video where he was arrested, how it all ties in. But yeah, he's accused of attacking a man at the Tape 42 nightclub in February, Black History Month, with a Don Julio 1942 tequila bottle in his 42nd week of life. And then he's arrested 10 days after his birthday, 24 days, 42, obviously the reflection of 24. 24 days before his concert begins. Again, Jackie Robinson, number 42, lost his son at age 24. Again, all these words got the 42 connection. February Brothers, Bravo Mike. Again, that's police terminology for a black male. The N-word, Moses Walker, the first black baseball player in white major league, even before Jack U played in 42 games. Slavery, Tuskegee, Jackie Martin, Malcolm X, Huxtable, Cosby Show. The list goes on. When this post was made, when Kamala Harris allowed people to question her blackness on the 42nd day of the year, which was the anniversary of her Indian mother's death, all of these stories were buzzing, and they were just all full of 42. Jussie Smollett, James Brown's name being dragged through the mud, Cory Booker, just the Virginia governor accused of RAPE, just all kinds of 42. I mean, this... Since I started this coverage when I started doing this work in 2013, I've covered a million stories like this. Since I wrote my book in 2017, a million more stories. 2020, I put out another book. In that book, there's a massive chapter about Kobe's death and why they had to report that he died on the 4200 block, even though the helicopter was in the middle of a dirt field. And keep in mind, Kobe died at 41, like Kobe Bryant equals 41. But if you die at 41, that means you died in your 42nd year of life. Lakers also equals 42. But yeah, it's just, again, just nonstop with the same stuff. And I mean, all these stories are circulating right now. Tory Lanez, Chris Brown, the Puff Daddy freak-offs. I mean, see if they give us another one tomorrow. You just never know. They come all the time. Could be as soon as tomorrow. Be the next 42 ritual in the world. All right, we'll leave it there for now, though. Thanks for everyone who helps support the work, hitting the like, hitting the share, and thanks for keeping me on top of the news too. Thanks to the person who let me know about the Tory Lanez stabbing. I almost let that one slip through the cracks. All right, True Seeker. Until next time.